Well, hey, we are here, and guess what? We have light.
Yeah.
We have light. We have light. Earlier on today, when I had Dr. Sandra Livens here, it was all dark, but I got to figure it out. Okay, we pray that it'll continue to go good. I'm excited to introduce some, and I cannot say your first name. I'm just gonna say Lady Latrice Preston. You
Yes,
say your
ma'am.
first name when we get a chance here, but guess who is on my couch? This is somebody who is truly an overcomer. Amen.
Yes.
I am just so excited to have you here with us today. And I want you to tell them your name. You share with them what your name. Let me see if I can invite a couple people here while you're telling them your name and everything, and see if anybody can try to do a lunch and learn with us. Okay.
It is Shakandala.
Shakandala.
That's a mouthful.
Yeah, Shakandala. I know during your time now, that's your birth name, or is that some people change their name? Is that
Yes.
your birth name?
Yes.
Okay,
ma'am.
it's a beautiful name too. Because when I heard you start to hear your name, I was like, wow, that is so amazing. So tell me a little bit about your ministry. Share that, and let them hear that, and kind of share where you're going and what you're up to and that kind of thing. And then we're gonna jump into the meat of the matter of why I chose you to come and sit on my couch
Okay. Okay.
as an overcomer. Amen.
Yeah.
So go ahead and share. I'm trying to invite a few
Well,
people here now.
right now I'm in the midst of about three or four things,
Uh,
but I am a life coach. I do
Amen.
life coaching. I do life coaching for women in transition.
Yes.
My past history is being in transition in and out of shelters. So in my earlier years, I owned a shelter for women and children and single women
Okay.
in Minnesota. And I ran the shelter for about 5 years until now.
Okay.
But I've been working with women like over 20 years.
My God.
So I really have a desire to work with teens.
When I met you over at Pastor Kimberly's church,
Yes.
and talking about the issues of domestic violence.
Mhm.
I met so many wonderful women, powerful women of God, and you were one of them. When I saw you, and I looked at this woman, I was like, wow. Because I think some of the things that you were sharing had to do with, of course, trying to forgive.
Yes.
Oh God,
Yes.
it was such a tearjerker for me. And I know that you had heard some of the things that I had said in regards to forgive. There's Pastor Tiffany now. Hey, Pastor Tiffany. And some of those things I think was so important to be addressed because we have a lot of people who are ministering to other people, and actually
Yes.
they're walking in unforgiveness.
That's
I was
right.
one of those traveling internationally with my television show and speaking through my ministry, talking about forgiveness, talking totally healed. I mean, I knew how to preach it up real good and tell you what you need to be doing.
Yes.
But within my true self, God had to show me,
Yes.
and oh God, and that's why I was so moved by your book.
Yes.
This is you to you in here. One of the parts of that, what had you in this deep, bitter place in your life, and then I that you kept it real in here.
Yes.
I think that's what attracted me even more so too. You talked about, you said, when every fiber of with every fiber of your being I wanted to reject what God was showing me about myself.
Yes.
You know, don't we do that?
Yes,
we
we
want
do.
to cover it up with titles, get all types of education,
Yes.
buy all the label clothes,
Mhm.
but yet we still know the real you. I think of this one here, chapter 1, he was talking about unveiling you.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
But I accepted all that God said to me, and I answered yes. Of this tabernacle with God, we have a building of God, a house not made with hands, eternal in the heavens. And you said, if you are truly ready for this adventure, prepare for God to remove layers from you,
Yes.
as if you were an onion,
Yes.
while He unveils you to you.
That's right.
I thought that was so powerful. And then you gave a beautiful prayer that if you're ready to process this, that's the key word, right?
Yes.
Processing. You know, it took me 15 years for me to process. 15 long years. And so I want to hear from you, and be sure to speak up a little loud so that they can hear and that they can hear on the conference callers line as well. So we're going to try to allow at least 10 or 15 minutes for the end. If you all want to call in and speak with my guest, I am talking to first name right. Let me try. Shakondala.
Yes.
Did I say it right? Oh! Shakondala. Shakondala Latrice. Preston. They call you Latrice. I guess. So it's hard. So, but it's beautiful.
Thank you.
But trying to process, you know, I think that that's the hardest process. And I know you as a life coach and you're a minister of the gospel. Have you noticed that we know how to just try to cover that up, and how we know how to make sure that we say the right thing and look very, very godly?
That's right.
When all the time God is saying, don't go there. You know you're not healed in that. Don't. But we do it because we want to make sure people can see I've arrived in this place.
Right.
Tell us how God began to unpeel. Look, you was already really good. Girl was telling my story, especially with unforgiveness of my mother.
Yes.
Tell about the part. Let's start with when you were the little girl, when you started to grow up and dealing with those things.
Well, first of all, in my opinion, my mother, she mistreated me all of my life.
Mm-hmm.
So, she beat me, and then she ended up on drugs in my
Mm-hmm.
earlier teen years. She ended up on drugs and alcohol and partying a lot.
Yes.
And probably when I was about 10 years old, I had a sister that passed. She died from leukemia. She was 4 years old.
Mm-hmm.
And after my sister, probably about 5 to 7 years later, I had a brother that died. And we were the first three.
Mm-hmm.
My mom ended up having 3 more, but we were the first 3, and I'm the oldest of the 3.
Okay.
So at this time, my mother was just engulfed in drugs and alcohol.
My God.
And with the passing of my siblings, she totally became emotionally available.
Oh my God.
To process that as a child, the grief by myself.
Yeah.
So that didn't work out too well for me. I ended up pregnant at 13. I ended up pregnant again at 16. and again at 19.
Oh.
And because she was, her and my stepfather was on drugs so bad, you know, and they would just, you know, they were just so mean and just so bitter because they were hurt that God had took their children from them. Yeah. So she didn't want to see me because I was the child of rape.
Were you the only one left?
Yes, I was the
only
one
my
left.
God.
I was the only one left at that time. So I really had to just grow up, you know.
Yeah,
the
on
parents
your
and,
own.
The parents and stop.
Oh,
I
God.
just had to grow up. So that was hard for me. So I found myself in and out of shelters because my mom, she didn't, you know, she made it clear that she didn't want me there. So I lived in and out of the shelters and just going through abusive relationships and alcohol myself, never drugs, but alcohol myself, working at 16 as a so just trying to make money for me and my children. Plus, then my mom started having children on drugs. She had 3 more children.
She had 3
issues that they still deal with now. And it was just so hard because then I had to try to help them too. So
mother them
at 16.
with your 3 and these 3. Oh my God.
So I ended up moving out of the house and just really trying to stay away because I knew that by me being in the household with my mom, it was like her looking at her pain from her rape. Yeah. So she the same as the other children. So coming up, I always had a feeling that she hated me. Yeah. You know, and she used to beat me and just it was really hard to be around her.
Well, where did you learn that you were a part of, I
didn't learn it until I was 40 years
old.
You
better leave me alone.
No one told me because the man that raised me, it ended up that his cousin had raped my mother. So they kept that.
They kept that secret.
Yes, they kept that secret for so long, and it was just when I found out, I was devastated. But I had heard nuggets throughout the years of he's not your father. This guy may be your father, and I didn't
trying
really
to throw a hint to get you to research.
Yes, ma'am. So by the time they told me, I kind of knew because of what I had heard over the years, but it was still hard. And then I started really trying to understand my mom better because I was a child, and when you're a child and someone is treating you bad, you really don't know how to process that.
That's true. That's true.
And then I got the grief from 2 siblings passing. By myself, it was a lot for me to carry. Yeah. And then I'm in and out of shelters with 2 small children at the time, myself being a child, trying to raise 2 children.
Well, I want to say I honor you today and want to say it before we forget that we honor all the mothers today. Want to say Happy Mother's Day to you. And we're talking to my my special guest, one that keeps it real, one that isn't over on my couch. We don't have plastic and fake people. Yeah. After you got out, you know, and where were you with trying to get your kids to understand?
At
Yeah,
she means what she said of her, because I didn't want to be like that.
Yes, me too. I wanted to watch everything, so I'm not gonna be like that.
Absolutely. I promised myself when I was young that I wouldn't be like that.
Yeah.
So I promised myself that I would be kind and compassionate to people, because she wasn't. It's just totally different.
Yeah.
From how she is, even now to this day.
My God.
So I just really wanted to study her.
Yeah. Yeah. So as you went on, I know as far as what you're doing now, trying to make sure you get back in that area. How are the kids now? I mean, how are your siblings now concerning the new you? You know, how are they?
Well, my mom always was the type of person that she would, anybody that was attracted to me, she would jump in and like not to like me.
Oh my God.
So from the time that my siblings were away, because
when you find yourself so blatantly being a black, did you find yourself sometimes just wanting to be more alone or by yourself, or be more out to try to get that attention from
falling into the bad relation now?
Yeah.
But when in my youth, I couldn't do that. I couldn't sit in a quiet room. I had to go with somebody and be doing something.
Yeah.
So a little bit of both.
I think mine was a little bit different. I believe that I wanted to be alone all the time, because in my head, that may be watching us, that may feel alone, or they may feel that yes, that is where I am, that is what I have done, because in my head, I don't think they really get me. So I'm just going to be alone. I don't have to deal with that part of the pain of the rejection for what I feel. But we have people who are alone, who are hearing voices alone, because they feel so rejected and negative thoughts about, like you did. Did you ever contemplate suicide? Because I didn't get to that portion in your book. Did you?
I did. I thought about it, but I was so I had a strong foundation, a Baptist background, and I had been in church all of my life, and that's why I couldn't understand, like, God, why am I going through this? Because it seemed like everything that I went through was so hard for me. It was really, really hard. Yeah. And it's like I couldn't break through no area of my life. So it was just real hard. It was heavy on me for a lot of years, especially my teenage years.
My God, you medicate with the drugs and stuff? Because I didn't even know about drugs. I didn't even know what weed was. I was just saying something stinking this room with somebody that smoked marijuana, you know, until later I got to understand what it was. But did you find yourself wanting to do, I know after I did get to know what it was, tried it, I was like, I wanted all the more harm is what I thought.
Yeah.
Thank God for his mercy and grace that I didn't get addicted on none of these things because I believe if crack was out back then, I might have been cracked out, you know. But where were you in that part? Did you find yourself doing which one? The drugs and the drinking and the men, I mean, again with the men, and which one?
I shied away from drugs because I seen what it did to my mom and my dad. You know, they were literally smoking it in the room.
Oh my God.
So, and I seen all the company in and out of the house. And so I shied away from the drugs.
Yeah.
I tried to smoke a joint one time. It was a guy downstairs and he was giving it away free.
Yeah.
And I smoked that and I went to sleep.
And I should have been the one. I saw an elephant in the freeway. I went, there's an elephant there. We got people now who are really, really going through this self-medicating. What part of you do you think that as you process it? I know I heard you say about, you know, wanting the relationship that would be able to help you get to where you need to be, to make you feel comfortable, to make you feel protected, and the things that will make I have who maybe listen don't realize why their daughters don't have a relationship with them.
Yeah.
Many mothers don't understand why, you know, they feel like I'd rather just call you. I don't want to be around you.
Yes.
What do you think that you could say to them who may be going through that in relation to a daughter, in relation to would you describe her later learning? Did you ever ask her why would you just didn't tell me? Do you even see him? I got a bunch of questions going here, but do you even see that particular dad at all?
Well, he passed away.
Oh, he passed.
He passed away. So before all of, an end was put to all of this, he had already passed away.
Oh my God.
So I felt some kind of way about that they didn't even give me a chance to know him.
Yeah.
I knew of him. I seen him come over our house a few times, but then I seen my stepdad and my mom fight every time after he left. But
so he knew.
He knew.
Oh my God.
But nobody told me.
Now tell that part I was talking about in regards to helping a mother out.
Well, I think the first thing that I would say is that as mothers, we have to watch what we say. Mm-hmm. Because the things that my mother said, they were darts in my heart.
Yeah.
The talking about me and the thing, the way that she felt about me, her opinion and all of that, those were darts in my heart. And they stayed in my heart for years.
My God.
Until God started dealing with me about me. Mm-hmm. And even to a daughter, that feel like, okay, well, I don't want to be around you. That's the part that God began to tear me up on.
That's what made me cry when you tell that story. Tell that part. Because that's how I was like, that sounds like my story.
Yes.
Go ahead.
God, well, first of all, it started off with God. He told me to get off, walk off my job.
Okay.
And I didn't do it. I was disobedient for probably about a year and a half. He kept telling me to leave my job. I kept having a strong urge to just leave the job.
Yeah.
So once I left my job, I started praying and asking God, okay, what is it that you want me to do? I'm sitting in the house. My husband is working 14 hours a day.
My God.
And what do you want me to do? And I just felt in my spirit that I was just supposed to seek him.
Yes.
And as I sat there, God just started to talk to me as I talked to him about my mother and what she did to me. He started to talk to me about who I am.
Yes.
And that began, it broke my heart.
Oh my God.
Because, you know, we can walk around and we can think that we're one, you know, everything that comes with ministry.
And being a preacher's wife.
Absolutely.
Lord have mercy today.
But God started to show me that I was ministering up under unforgiveness. And that I was bitter about my life and about my brother. I was talked to and the way that I was an outcast and my gifts that I had went through. And he started to reveal to me how I felt about that. And while I'm study talking about somebody else, he studied talking to me about me. And that was painful because I'm saying, God, what about them? And he's saying, what about
what
you?
About you?
And I'm sitting there and my heart is broken and I'm saying, Lord, well, you gotta, you know, help me. What is it that you want me to do? And he just began to reveal the unforgiveness. And he began to tell me that you have to forgive her.
Yes.
You cannot minister up under the, you know, how am I supposed to do that? And it was just a process. And he just kept taking me through a process of cleansing. And it was hurtful because I had to look at myself.
Yes.
And what I seen was different than what I portrayed.
Yes.
And it's still a process.
I know, you gotta know it.
But it's a hard process. But, you know, I had a feeling that if I'm going to grow and evolve, if I'm going to stretch out, I got to go through this process. And as I even began to tell my friends about the process, a healing house in Nashville, Atlanta. It was, Nashville, Atlanta. And I went down there and I stayed down there for 4 days in this healing house. And it was me and about 9 or 10 other people. And we had classes every morning. It was in this, like this big mansion, and it was like a bed and breakfast. And they did classes every morning. And I remember sitting there, and the lady, I didn't know them. I just found this place. God showed me to go to this place. And when I was there, she was talking about healing, painful for me. I would have never seen myself writing a book. Because mind you, when I grew up, my school, all of my words I seen all scrambled up. I was in special ed classes. I never seen myself writing a book. So when she told me that, I'm sitting there like, I don't know what she's talking about. I'm not writing a book. And she told me, she said, what would be the name of your book? And I told her, I said, I don't know, because I don't know what you're talking about. And I started thinking that when I left there, it was on me. Heavy. Got pregnant. I was like, oh my God. So I didn't know. I kept thinking on the way home. I had taken the bus. This is how I had spent 30, and I got there. Oh my God. And I was like, God, it was so fun. So when I left there, it was on me. And when I got home and I started going through that process, And God started revealing me. I was like, that's the name of my book.
Yeah.
When God unveils you
to you. Show them that book. Show them the book. Yeah, we trying to show this book. Hey, that's Prophet Tanya. Hey, that's my grandbaby. I see there, Tyra. Go ahead.
Yes. This is my book. It's called When God Unveils You to You. It's being sold right now on Amazon. It's powerful. I want to encourage you.
Yes,
that if you're not ready for God to deal with you, but if you're ready to grow and evolve and go to another level, this is a good read.
Yes, it is a good read. Cause trust me, you want to be on my couch. And not saying my couch is so this and that. Yeah. But the issue is that I like real people. She began to talk and share some of my stories. I was not dyslexic. I could not begin to even fathom see sometimes maybe be average student, never at the point of A, like I got an A. It's part of being alone and not wanting that you knew that really had made you feel like a rotten apple for that tree.
Yes.
It did not feel good listening to you. I know some that may be listening to us now, they may not feel good. You know, here we are now to let people, and especially if you're a preacher and a first lady, we got to know, you know. Yes. So you did get married.
I did.
You did get married.
I've been married. This is my third marriage.
Okay.
The first two was horrible.
Oh my.
Because I was still in that pain and in that process. Mm-hmm. And just looking for somebody to love me because of the rejection and the abandonment that I grew up under. But now I couldn't, oh my God, I couldn't pay for a better husband. He so loves sweet. Me unconditionally.
There you go. That's so
I'm very
important.
Happy.
You know, because many of the marriages today, and when you have someone to love you for who you are and love you for the true heart of a woman that you are, then you know you got your Boaz. Yeah. And so, but I just really think that in this time that we're in and what you went through and some of the things that I read in your book, it really touched me to think about who would want to even try to help anybody after all. And the same thing, people say, you always got to help somebody. You know? Mm-hmm. But when I leave here, I want to give the devil not only a black eye, I want to bury a whole bunch of them demons before I leave here in the principality realm that's trying to destroy marriages, trying to destroy women and children. You know, and that's why I call my counseling center Building Better Families. I want to build a better family through kingdom-minded purposes and principles to show that you can, you know, you can love God, but you got to make sure that you obey God. You know, like you said, you had to get to know this is me I'm looking at in the mirror. That's right. This is who I go to sleep with every day, and Daddy I already know everything about. That's right. Let me tell the naked truth in this book. Mm-hmm. Share something significant out of the book that you know that really, really impacts you. Because we're talking about today, you can see there in the topic, we're talking about the part that I gave to the topic is when life came to barely just existing. Yes. What do you really feel that in this book, the part that really grabbed me was the fact that you had made a decision, okay, I surrender. Yes. No, that's just it. I already know it's ugly. Nobody know it like me and you, Daddy. That's right. So what made you decide that because you were barely existing, that you decide, I'm going to write the naked truth in this book. How did your husband feel about this naked truth?
He was in agreement with it.
Okay.
He told me, just baby, tell your story.
Mine is the one told me that, not the one that shot me, but the one that I was married to at the time when I wrote my first book about me being shot. He's the one that encouraged me to write the story.
Yes. Mine did too, and he even paid for it. And he was like, hey, we're going to get it out there. So I'm very appreciative to him.
So share that part about barely surviving to the point that you decide to really look at the true you.
Okay.
So you could help somebody else and kind of look in the screen, talking to them, ministering to them about that barely, and then we were brought right back to our conversation.
I came to a point to where I got tired. That's key. We can never move and we can environment. I got tired of seeing this. I got tired when God started to take me through this process and show me myself. I decided that unforgiveness, and when we don't allow God to truly take full control of our life, we only go so far, and it's a glass ceiling there.
Right.
But when you allow God to be the head, really begin to open up, God started like, what are you saying to me? And place, and I never understood what he meant, but he kept saying a heart place, and then he just started everything, started killing everything and showing me, and I just in that house, I was crying. I was on the floor crying because I was like, oh my God, shelters and I money and bags and things.
Oh my God.
Most hurtful to me. But it was the most helpful.
Yes, it was.
Because being the cleaning process started. And I can feel the growth through everything that he would talk to me about. Once I submit, I would feel the growth, even in my heart. I felt my personality change. You think about us and who we really are. We really don't think in prayer to really give God our personality.
That's correct.
And I started saying, okay, God, take my personality.
Yes, Lord.
And mold my personality into who you want me to be.
Yes.
I don't want it to be, I want it to be totally different. Change me.
Yes.
Who I am. Change my personality. Yes, and God started to change me. I could feel little by little, every time he would deal with me. This was the most hurtful thing to me, doctor. He told me, he said, you got to forgive your mother.
How did that process happen for you? What did you do? And I'll tell you mine later. But how did you get there? Because mine was like, at first I was real mean, and then I had to clean it up. Well, yeah.
Mine didn't display itself as overeating.
It have the depression a lot.
So what I'm gonna do right now is I'm gonna do what I want to do, and I want from you what I want from you. What I used to. Yeah, I was used to somebody walking away from me, abandoning me, and rejecting me. So I looked for that, and when I you know, when guys started that for about 3 months. Now everything else I was accepting, but when it came to what she did to me, you know, I know, I know what she did to you.
Yeah.
But this is what.
But then when you see her, your mind is going just crazy. You're just crazy.
Especially since you know I'm saying this, and then when I see you, you still acting the same. I'm saying, God, why do I gotta forgive her? She's still the same way. And I'm talking now. I'm so much better.
Oh, praise God.
So much better. And it's still a process. It's still now, because now he helped me to see her pain.
Yes, correct. We think that, you know, what happened to them is not what we want to do. So, you know, I try to make sure my fruit don't get tainted with what they're going through. I have to remember their challenges as well. Yes. So you have to walk away sometimes and take a deep breaths, like you're saying, or just have to say, well, I'm going to call you back. You know, and then I'll get off and start throwing things and slamming doors and saying, just crazy, you know, but and within yourself, you feel like now you victimized me again. Now I'm acting like you. Now I'm going out. Now you're making me lose my fruit of the spirit being right, you know. But that personality was so important, what you talked about, because that personality is really our intellect of who we believe we are.
That's right.
You know, this is who I am. You're not gonna try to change me. Yes. That's it. But Daddy knew he had to get that ego. He had to get your person, your mind.